This watch was actually purchased for 25,000 and we sold it for 24,000.
I'm happy to pay towards the top end of the offer because it's unreal.
Young lady didn't realise that a watch wasn't waterproof.
Hopefully getting this on his wrist today.
Full rose gold Sky Dweller, and it was in part exchange for full rose Rootbeer.
Audemars Piguet, Royal Oak, 38mm chronograph.
2021.
Over 3,000 stones.
3,000 stones, there you go. He hand counted them himself.
Yeah, come on.
Would you do 1900? Would you do 1900?
Yeah, so I had an inquiry last night, Harry, about this. Datejust 41 steel and gold factory black diamond dials. 2021 watch, full set with box and papers. The customer's actually driving up from Birmingham, which is about a 3.5 4 hour drive, so we appreciate the long travel, so we'll be looking after him when he comes down. Hopefully getting this on his wrist today. But yeah, this is the watch. As is the new one.
Yeah. It's smart.
I think this is the one that we have
We've just got one of these,
we've just got in stock.
But it's nice because the bezel on that normally scratches, doesn't it?
Exactly.
But that's like DLC code.
It's a lot more durable. I'll take links out and everything for you.
So this is like 41mm.
Yeah, 41mm, 2021, dated, and there's your Datejust booklet, and also both swing tags. So it's full set. Have you been looking for this one for a while? Have you just seen it and you like it, or yeah?
Yeah, actually.
Happy?
Yeah.
You want some links taken out?
Yeah.
How did you want to pay the balance?
Do I have on the card?
Yeah.
Is there a warranty?
Yeah, so 5 years from this date. So you have like 4.5 years left of the warranty.
Do you see a lot of Cartier pieces? I don't see so many in Newcastle, I feel.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually,
are they quite popular?
There's no many of these in Birmingham as well. It's just the blue one.
Yeah, blue
the
steel.
blues.
Everyone likes that. A lot of people ask me for white also. We don't usually get white, but
I like the blue dial, but I think this has got a nicer contrast to it, like with the black and white. Because the blue you can't see it too well.
And the strap like has extra rubber.
yeah, rubber strap also. Yeah, cool. And you can just take the links out yourself. It's easy, you know. Yeah.
Do you always wear it on that strap, or do you swap it quite often?
I've always worn this, but I think later I'll just change the rubber.
It's cool if you go on holiday, you can put it on the rubber strap for the pool, and it looks good, doesn't it? So.
You also have this as well.
Oh.
So the 5 mils, so it also makes it a little bit looser, or you can obviously have it tighter. But
yeah, it's better.
Is that okay?
Yeah, it's very better this way.
You happy? Looks good.
100%.
Nice. Yeah, really good watch. Also, this is a watch pouch, so if you go on holiday, put this watch in here. And if you wear one, cleaning cloth. And this is for your desk or your bedside table or something like that. You can put your watches on, keys and stuff like that.
Thank you.
It's a funny looking Rolex.
Josh, yeah?
Yeah, Josh.
When you wear like Adidas socks or Nike trainers.
Exactly, yeah. Perfect, thank you.
Alright, thanks so much.
No problem at all. Have a safe trip, thank you very much for coming up.
Thank you.
We appreciate it, thank you. See you later.
What's the model on that then, John? Is that
It's a Tudor Black Bay 58.
So this is the original one in steel.
Yes, very popular. It's a watch that sells really quickly. That's fine. I'm happy to pay towards the top end of the offer because it's unreal. The difference would be if it was worn, then it would need polish, but that's fine. Have you got a driving licence with you, please?
Watchtrader baseball caps, we've got this style, and we've also got the D-squared style, so the full material going around it. We're going to get 200 of these made.
As I walked in this morning, the first thing you said to me, that's not something that I would normally see you wearing, Hendo. So yeah, I'll give you a little bit of background on this one. Monday morning, I am a little bit croaky because I managed to have a few Negronis last night after a lovely Sunday lunch with Jack and my godchildren. Vicky was along for the ride as well. So a little bit fuzzy around the edges, but I'm not the only one because I think John's a little bit fuzzy as well. So this is a watch that we bought through the trade several weeks ago, and I sold it to a customer of mine. I'd said to him that I would service the watch as part of the deal. It's come in pretty good condition. It has been refurbed by whoever the trader was that it came from. He's had it about a week, and when he was taking the watch off on a night time, it was stopping. Now that's not normal, so there was no amplitude in the watch.
Because that should last for 2 days,
That should last for 2 days.
Yeah.
So I have took the watch back from him, give it back to the watchmaker, and it has been stripped and fully serviced. On the second service, realised there was a tiny little fault with one of the wheels. It's been replaced, it's been serviced. I wore it Saturday, took it off, and it was running this morning. I'll wear it today. I'll wear it, get the amplitude right up, and I'll take it off and see how long it runs for. It should run for 2 days. When I'm 100% happy with this watch, it'll go back to the customer.
So can you just run us through what the actual watch is? It's a Day-Date 2.
Day-Date 2, yeah. It's not, the new model is a Day-Date 40, so there's a mil difference. This watch came out in 2010, I think. It is aftermarket bezel. I've just been offered the exact same watch, and I've just been offered factory bezel. But the problem that you've got is putting that factory bezel on, the card won't say RBR.
Yeah.
So although it's a factory bezel, I'm going to show you some bezels, and I'm going to show you a request that I've just been asked. So, yeah, got that on my wrist, bit of bling for today.
John, would you mind just kind of explaining the deal that's got down?
Yeah. So the gentleman has took a Rhodium dial, full rose gold sky dweller. We've looked at them both. We've looked at the Oyster Flex and the full bracelet, and it was in part exchange for full rose Rootbeer. Just having a look at a few other watches. So we've got the steel 5726.
5726, okay.
The blue dial, which is.
And this was a piece that you were considering selling, but you're actually going to hold on to for a little while.
Yeah, I'm going to hold on to that one for a bit longer.
That is a bit of an unusual Daytona, isn't it?
It is. Do you mind if I? Of course not. Full white gold with a racing dial. Really nice watch. We don't see a lot of those compared to some of the newer Daytonas. In my opinion, it's one of the nicest dials that they've ever done.
Yeah, the grey and the red is really smart.
It is. It's nice. It's understated as well. It's not too much. Yeah.
Yeah. Very
Something
sporty.
you can wear every day and you don't get too much attention. That's with the new style clasp as well.
Yeah, so that's the new clasp now, is
Yeah.
it? Like that? That's better, isn't it?
Yeah. Tight,
Yeah,
yeah.
I think we've got two. We've got a 20.
We've got one with the older one as well, but the difference is probably maybe 40,000. Yeah. That's a brand new one though.
Yeah, it's a lovely watch.
So what sort of prices are these watches?
That one is about 130.
Yeah.
This one is probably closer. Stu, what's the price of the full rose one then with a new clasp?
240. I also have a 20. I also have a 2018 as well.
The 2018 one with the older style clasp. It looks the same from the front.
Yeah.
That's probably around 180.
You're not a fan of offshores?
No.
Too big.
Too big for you.
Too big for me anyway. It's a nice clasp, isn't it? But yeah.
It is. It's a nice watch to wear every day because you don't notice it.
Best get saving for the daddy then. And how hard wearing are these?
The steel ones will always polish up well.
Yeah.
I think you've seen these the other day.
Yeah,
Different dials.
Yeah.
This is my favourite. With the pink rum and the discontinued.
It's nice. Nice.
Yeah, so the balance is 8,500.
Debit card alright?
Yeah, absolutely fine.
So we're just taking it on consignment. Datejust 41, bust down. Quite a good setting on this one actually, isn't it?
Is that like a turquoise Arabic or is it green or?
Nah, turquoise Roman numeral. So we did have the Arabic last week, like you've seen. Yeah, again, so it's like the similar one that I showed you. So the size on set, the price does reflect that. And we're up on this today, yeah, basically. 2020,
2021.
2021.
Over 3,000 stones.
3,000 stones, there you go. He hand counted them himself.
Yeah, come on.
We always look to sell it within 30 days. So I'll just keep you updated, mate.
Appreciate it.
So anytime you want to come down before that, and if you want to accept the 11.5, no problem. We can do that for you. Okay, bro? Perfect. Thank you very much for coming through, mate. See you later.
What you got, Stu? We'll have a look, Josh.
Oh, great. Wow, Stu.
Cartier Santos, black edition, rubber strap.
All blacked out. Hey, we've got a good collection of these now. I think we've got the blue, we've got the DLC bezel,
Yeah.
and then we've got the full black. So what, you get a black leather strap with that as well?
Black leather strap, rubber strap. Watch is worth around £6,000. This guy, this one's a part exchange. It's actually a football coach. He's a regular customer. He's part exchange. He bought this off us originally. It's a Hublot Big Bang in rose gold.
Funny story, he part X'd it against the Datejust. We sent him the Datejust and now he wants to part X against another Datejust. He's sending the other one back.
Because you're changing the dial.
Yeah, so you got a stainless steel diamond Datejust and now he wants the chocolate rose and steel Datejust. So but this is a nice watch. Good value for money.
Yeah, I must have a thing for the rose gold.
I think he does.
Two other watches. A 31mm steel and gold, which has come back and the crown's been left open. Young lady didn't realise that a watch wasn't waterproof with the crowns not screwed back down. This is a watch that I've managed to save. There's a little bit of visible damage to the dial, but they don't want to pay for a new dial. So we're just going to return that to the customer and advise them that watches with the crown open don't like water.
No, definitely not.
That's the one that I've saved. Unfortunately, back to the drawing board with this one. Some clients that have just been to Dubai, and I think the fateful thing is that they've changed the time to local time, as either they've got to Dubai or got off the plane, forgot to screw the winder in, and we've got water in. Now, this one I haven't saved. It's going to need some serious work. The dial is completely gone, so I will estimate replacing. I have a list of bits that it's going to require. You're talking about virtually all working parts. It's an old watch, but it's a very expensive watch still in my mind, so it needs to be saved. A new dial, I mean, you're looking at in excess of sort of £1,000 plus the dial. You're looking at £1,500 to get this back, whereas this one was saved for £700.
Right.
So big difference. If you do get water, if you're unfortunate to leave your crown open, get it to me as quick as possible. Metal and water don't go well together, especially when it's inside a wristwatch.
Is there anything people can do to limit the damage if they know it's happened? You know, the old bag of rice?
Yeah, bag of rice, because if you're away on holiday, there's not a lot you can do. I've heard people say if
just get yourself down to the buffet, no? And
just get the rice off the buffet. No, it needs to be uncooked rice. It needs to have no moisture in it to start from. It's the same as your iPhone. If you drop your iPhone, stick it in a bag of rice. So I've heard people say that if you go into seawater and the seawater's in, rinse it in fresh water. It's relevant. Once the water's in, the water's in. There's not a lot we can do. But it needs to get to the watchmaker ASAP. Like I say,
but if you do it, you should leave the crown out, right?
Leave the crown out, and then the water. I mean, ideally, if the watch is full of water, put it on a radiator, put it on the windowsill with the crown down, open, and the water will run out. It will help. I've asked the question: do you keep it in water? Do you leave it the way that it is? Basically, get it to the watchmaker. Get it to me as quick as possible.
Okay.
2 watches there.
We would pay like £1,800 for it. They're listed for retail there. There's one there for 2,100. There's a one for 2,800, and it needs a polish. It needs 200 quid spent on it. So
I paid 4.
We get like 30% off brand new, and they don't hold the value like a Rolex.
I know,
unfortunately.
I know. Would you do 1,800? Would you do 1,800 or date?
Yeah, that's fine.
Right.
Super Avenger 2, Breitling. Rubber bracelet, black dial, white subdials.
Rubber bracelet.
Rubber strap.
I don't know what your cost teams.
Very big watch.
Yeah, it's what, like 50 mil or something? 40?
Yeah, 40, 48 maybe, but...
Yeah.
This is Audemars Piguet Royal Oak 38mm chronograph with the silvery dial and the blue subdials. Sick watch, isn't it?
I really like that watch. 38's such a good size as well, I think, for one of the... Well, it would be for me anyway.
I think I prefer it. It wears really nice. Really sought after. Difficult watch to find.
Yeah.
So the situation update with this one is we'll have 2 clients, business partners, regular clients, and they always buy, whenever they have a success in the business, they always buy matching watches. So this time they requested 2 of these with this specific dial with a specific year. It was a little bit difficult. It took us maybe 3 weeks in total to locate both watches. This is the first one which has arrived today. The second one will arrive beginning of next week, and we'll deliver them out
So what is that brand new? Is that, what year is that?
So this is 2021.
2021.
2021 watch, both for 2021, and this comes in different dial variations.
Yeah, the dial on that really is like.
It comes with grey, but the client specifically asked for this with the blue sub dials.
How much is a watch like that?
So ballpark around 60,000.
So I've got a little bag of bezels which I'm going to move on to, and I'll show you a little bit of something on my phone. Customer has asked this weekend for this watch, which he has in Piguet bezel, and he wishes he'd bought the full factory Piguet dial, and he wants the full factory bezel. Now I've got a picture of it on my phone, and I've sent the picture to a couple of my suppliers who have just said no, can't do that, haven't got that. So I'm going to have to look at having that bezel made.
So that bezel though, that would have been like an off catalogue, very special request.
That would have been it, when you went online. That would have been go in store, check, because it would have been a very, very limited thing. So I've got bezels out because I'm going to send them some pictures of bezels that that I've had made.
Right. Is he happy to have a custom bezel? Or
he's happy to have a custom bezel. He knows that the chances of finding a factory bezel are like looking for a needle in a haystack. That is a Daytona Piguet bezel. So a bezel that I had made for a client who has reverted back and put the factory bezel back on. Fancied a little bit of bling. A couple of other ones, a little tutti frutti. This is a bezel that I've had made for Datejust 2. Higher quality than your standard one. You know, we'll put that on a watch. I'm looking for a very unusual pink dial for a client. I don't think it's for him. I think it's going to be for his partner.
Alright then, bro.
Go on, bro. Okay, so I'm just going to run through some of the watches that I've sold from last night and this morning. So first one being, this was a 10 PM sale last night to my good customer Patrick. I know you would appreciate the shout out on the channel. This is the GMT Sprite, the lefty, green and black, sorry. This watch was actually purchased for 25,000 and we sold it for 24,000, which a lot of you will probably be like, why are you selling a watch at a loss? You're losing money. But the moral of the story is we have had the watch in stock for a little while. We can replace them for a little bit cheaper, and obviously new money buys fresh stock and will make us more money going forward. So that is the reasoning behind that. Then the next watch is the actual black and blue Batgirl Jubilee. This one is a 2022. This one's actually going out to my good customer Harry, who's also taking this, which we've just got into stock. This is a Yacht-Master 40, the discontinued reference 16622.
I think this is a great value watch.
Very good value.
I didn't know. I think it's actually got a platinum dial in that one.
Yeah, so platinum dial, obviously.
Yeah, so the bezel insert on that is platinum.
Yeah, so value for money, I think this is probably the best Rolex you can get under 10k. Other than something like obviously a more modern Datejust 41.
Because what do they run you if you want to buy one of them?
So this was sold for 9,000. This is a 2008, I want to say, with box and papers. But obviously, as you can see by the condition, the bezel's perfect. And the bracelet as a whole is absolutely pristine. This was a web order. So this was a 2017 black steel Sky Dweller. Box and papers, everything with it. Again, very good value for money. We sold this for 17,500. So in comparison with the blue, the cheapest blue you're going to pick up is 24,000. So if you're comparing it to that, it's very good value. And then last but not least, something a little bit different, the Bremont Harry knows lots about this.
I really don't, but I'm going to say that it's a 2-dial chronograph.
So it is a Alt 1 Classic.
Okay.
And this actually sold at one of our partners' auction sites. And this actually went for £1,300. This is with box and papers.
I do know that it's a British brand.
Yeah,
Bremont.
so it's a British brand, great watchmaking, and a lovely watch really for £1,300.
Yeah, it's a good looking watch, you can't deny that.
So yeah, all of these watches are going out today.